Alright, hi. Um, shit, I need to plug in my phone. Maybe with my fucking calcium. More Forgotten City. Once I get my brain functional somewhat. Sorry. I've fallen into a Resident Evil hole, which is very funny to me because I've never played any of those games. And I can't handle zombies. And it's wormed its way into my brain, is what I'm saying. And I've been hyperfixating on it for like a week now. Jesus. Maybe I should turn my volume down. Why is it at 72? Okay. I do like the soundtrack for this. Alright, think there was a guy who thought we were, in a cult. So he shot us, and then everybody died, because everybody started turning to gold, and then I accidentally fell off a cliff, is what I think happened. Alright. Let's try not to die. Either by running off of a cliff or getting shot with an arrow. Seems smart. Ow, my back. I really gotta stop sitting like a shrimp. Sorry, I'm staring at a frog sticker. It's very cute. I'm very distracted today. Alright. Right, that's where the, guy who came to kill people is. I don't know if we can actually convince him not to kill us. So we're gonna try. Oh, what's this? Cosmetic jar. Oh, mirror. Alright. Ooh. Hello. I did not do it. Okay. Fuck. Oh god. Hi, girl. What's up?
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Sure.
And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Yes! Everybody's coming out of the river.
Oh, well then. Keep asking people.
Salve.
Olivia's fate weighs heavily on my mind.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Okay, also, I just remembered something that I... Are you gonna turn to look at me? No, I guess you're not. That I realized fairly shortly after the stream last week. Karen, the lady who pulled us out of the river. I'm pretty sure that's very similar to the actual pronunciation of the ferryman on the river Styx. So, I don't know what that means, but, it's a thing. Also, I'm starting to think that maybe, I actually don't know the Roman... One second. 'Cause, there was, Eris and the Golden Apple. And if I remember correctly, the statues said Child of Dis. Which I thought was her Roman counterpart, but apparently that one is Discordia. Because Eris is the goddess of strife. This might also be referring to Hades. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I was gonna save, because I just talked to her. No, save. Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can't convince this guy not to kill us. We're probably gonna fail. But but we'll see.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
So if we send him there, that if I remember that this is the building that that's where the lady who told us about him was gonna go, and a voice told us that it was gonna collapse. That it was, or no, voice didn't tell us that. I think Virgil did, the architect guy. But I don't know if sending him there will count as murder. So I don't want to try that.
I'm not sure I believe that. So I am here. So if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you... Is that understood?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now tell me.
I'm probably going to end up making the same decisions that I did
A
last
small
time.
community. I was told Quinctius was a cult.
Wait, what's the mystery?
Oh, don't play coy with me.
Okay,
Always the Emperor.
Yeah. We're not.
You say that, but it... So you admit...
Yeah.
That sound... And I saw the
No.
inscription...
I mean...
You've clearly...
Oh,
now
fucker.
tell me. You lot... Yes. Because
Okay.
I'm the real...
I mean...
villain. It's all clear to me now.
Shit.
What baffles me... However...
Oh.
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one
Okay.
green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the
shit.
fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Oh.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not? Then,
Well,
do you
fuck.
have any last words?
Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. I kind of want to go for that, but
You'd squander your last words
not
on
a
an
threat
empty threat.
from me.
Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
Good luck with that, man.
The many shall suffer for the
Later.
sins of the one.
I'm out, man. Right. Hi. Follow the match. Yeah, I'm trying. I do not know where I'm fucking going. Fuck. I hope I'm going the right way. Thankfully, we don't have a stamina bar. Shit. I don't actually know if they can hit me. Ah, fuck. Alright. Well... we actually made it back to the temple this time instead of... falling off of a cliff. And dying. Achievement, Looper. Loop through time once. Okay. Thank you, for Serpentine, or however it's pronounced, I don't remember. Hi, dude. What's up?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What is it? Zip line! Yes!
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Alright, man.
See you around.
Hey, wait. Wait.
Ah, it's you again.
Yeah.
Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one, and
How'd you get here?
kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
Never mind. No, that's rude.
I'm a farmer. Always happy. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome, to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. Next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again. That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. And right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
That's fair, man.
Thank Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you.
That's
Anyway,
entirely fair.
that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Yeah.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
You know, if I remember right, we can suggest someone to the election.
Alright, see you around.
I wish we could ask him what his original name was. What his birth name was. Alright, can I go on this one? No. I was trying to see if there was a map. I don't think there is. We're gonna poke around a little bit before... Okay, we're gonna make a note of where this is, because it's definitely not going to stick with us. Stop doing that! When we loop. Which is gonna be the most annoying part. Okay. Wait, how do I... Alright, Intruder. Ah. So I don't think we can convince him, but we might be able to just stop him. Actually, one second. I want to look up and see if there is actually a time limit on this. Is there a time limit in the Forgotten City? Ah, shit. Is the Forgotten City timed? Oh my god. Why is this? Jesus. 1 second. One second. Okay, alright, so it does not reset on its own. It only resets if somebody sins. Okay, that's... I'm not a big fan of time constraints in games. The only one I've ever liked... Me? Hi. You... I'm not looking up your dress, I'm sorry. I promise. Okay, can I... There's butterflies here. So I assumed that there was maybe something... Because the statue was like, hey, I need your help. So... anyways, time limits. the only game I've ever liked a time limit in was Outer Wilds. And that had a 22-minute time limit. If you've never played Outer Wilds, I highly recommend it. It makes me cry like a baby. I literally beat the game and then immediately went and bought the DLC and soundtrack. Because it just... I'm sorry. That game just fucking emotionally destroyed me in a good way, and I love it. Alright, that's the temple we come out of. Wish there was a map. I'm gonna get so fucking lost. I wonder, does the statue say she needs help again? No. I also don't remember where that dude's house was. Fucker. Hate that they stare at me. Just... Okay. Why are the statues only talking to me and what was her name? The Nevia. Her and me. And maybe the old lady by the campfire, if I remember right. Why are they only talking to us? I don't know where I am. Although, I think we might actually be able to, if we keep everything on us, then, oh my god, wait. She said, Lucretia said that he was asking for, like, stupid amounts of money. So if we can get that much, I think that's how we can save the lady, because I saw an achievement for that. Okay, I think this is where Sentius is, so we're gonna leave and go the front way, not the back way, because I also want to try and find that, the sister. Is preferably quickly. Hi. I don't know. Jump. Oh, I have a health bar. I didn't realize that. How do I heal? Shit. Whoops. Can I... Ooh. Oh, I'm slowly healing. Alright, let's go this way. Let's see what's this way. We're gonna poke around a bit. Because I did kind of, launch myself at that guy. Who then got us all killed. Right, this is where all the weapons get tossed. I don't know where I fucking am. Don't like that you do that, ma'am. Please don't. Ooh. What? Who watches through whose eyes? whichever god is doing this, if it is a god, that might explain why, thank you. Oh, jeez. That's just a kid. No, I can't give you the apple. Fuck. Again, if you've never played Outer Wilds, you absolutely should. It's great. And the soundtrack is amazing. And I still need to go finish the DLC. I just haven't because, the game emotionally destroyed me. Okay, so that's where he is. Is that a duck? Or a chicken? Is that a duck or a chicken? I have no idea. I think that's a duck. Yeah, that's a duck. Hi. Alright. Let's go over here. We'll go talk to Sentius eventually. Alright. What's in here? What's in here? Ooh. Arrows. Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city. So if I just keep that, I can get like a bajillion of those through the loops. Maybe. May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us, stranger. Fuck. I really hope there's like a way to help the people as statues. 'Cause this fucking sucks, man. Alright, whoever... Where the fuck am I? Okay, you were looking up this way. So... Jesus Christ, I might be lost already. I'm not, but... I will probably get lost. The fuck? Locked. And now. And now. Well, that might be where Quintus it goes. Jesus, dude. Poor guy. Alright, that's back to the Temple of Proserpina. Let's not go off the cliff and die. And that's the way to Sentius's place, I think. Oh, this is the, what is it fucking called? The thing. Where the election's gonna happen. He watches through their eyes, he hears through them. Oh, forum. Oppius killed Scintilla. think Scintilla's the lady who is poisoned. So... I guess that dude is probably who we should look at. I've already forgotten his name. Huh. That seems suspicious. Can I move you? Oh. Oh. What's behind you? Okay. So that's a place to check out eventually, maybe. I don't know where I fucking am. Hi! Livia. How are you?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Fuck, I want to actually,
the newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
I want to actually be able to see her
Cerberus
face.
lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Okay, let's try this again.
Just as the ocean, but it... The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Fair enough.
They never do. The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. Help me. You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
I can respect that, ma'am, but...
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you.
Okay.
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The newly arrived...
Alright. I like her. I'd rather drink Aurelia's special brew. Fair enough. There is an achievement for getting her to reject you. I'm not flirting with her. I'm not.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Okay. We're not. No. Ma'am, please.
Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit.
God.
I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
I wonder if she says something different here depending on your background, because I chose archaeologist. Anyways, sorry ma'am, I'm gay.
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil instead. I take back what I said.
I mean,
Suddenly,
I could just
I don't find
not
you
be
so
into
intriguing
you.
anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened. So we
Ah,
can at
that's
least
the
do
achievement.
business. So, what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go.
No.
Nothing's going to happen between us.
Ma'am, I'm trying to be friendly.
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Don't think that's the saying.
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Yeah, alright.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people.
Your hair does look nice.
Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. Whatever you like. You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out.
Really?
I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
I'm gonna make a note of how much she wants because I've already forgotten how much the other guy wanted. Alright. Yeah.
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again. If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Fair enough.
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
You know, I guess I can't argue
What's
with
the
that. No, I
matter?
can't.
Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a
No.
loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. All right, see ya.
Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, carrots are purple. There are purple carrots. Let the buyer beware. Alright, yeah. What does that say? Ah. Don't think we've met that dude, if he is here. Clearly cheating must be a problem among Romans. Ah. Alright. Priestess. You wanna say more? Okay. That's not overwhelming at all, thank you. These statues never move their heads. Ever. Specifically the ones that look like this. I don't think I've ever seen them move. Like, she does. She did.
49 melodies fetch again with incessant labor.
Melodies.
The water they have lost.
Melodies? I'm assuming that's like Belladie's Greek mythology. No, I don't want chemicals. Oh. The Ovid referred their the Danids. Danids, I don't know. After they were the 50 daughters of Danaus or something, king of Libya. They were referred to as the Bellids. Jesus, I can't imagine having 50 kids. All but one of them, in the most common version of the myth, all but one of them killed their husbands on their wedding night and are condemned to spend eternity carrying water in a sieve. Okay. I don't know what that means, Livia, but thank you. Don't know how that impacts me, but thank you. Or helps me. Yeah, like, this is the same one on that pedestal, but... Oh, these are the archers! They never move their heads, unlike everybody else. I have no idea where I'm fucking going. I'm lost. I think it was this way. Yes.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Yeah, I guess we kind of are Sisyphus in this scenario. Given, we are going to be incessantly coming back to try and save everyone. You were running from this direction. No, I've already gone up there. Who will guide me? I'm gonna assume it's Livia. Ah. Or, maybe Nevia, or whatever her name was. You look at me. I think it's just the archer ladies who don't turn. Only they could support my weight. I did see an achievement that said something about a bow. Don't remember what it said, and I'm not gonna go looking, because I have spoiled myself in games with achievements. Thinking of Bioshock. Achievement, read 10 different graffiti. Oh, that's nice. This place is called Accursed. Here, Titios offers up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot drop the... Oh, she was repeating this. Alright, I guess this is where she lives. I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Okay, we are out of there. This is clearly not the direction. I don't think this is the direction either. No, it's fine. I have no idea where I'm fucking going. Find you. Be nice if you guys could tell me your name. Whoever the fuck I'm supposed to be looking for. Yeah, I know, thank you. Oh, I thought there was something, like, hanging around his neck, but no. Hi, dude.
Citizen,
Hi.
we're finally alone. I assume you already
Yeah.
know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Theo, and we've had this conversation before.
Wait, if I understand correctly,
Yes.
someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time
Yes.
to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over.
I fucked
Is that
up.
about right? If so, what happened?
I fucked up. It didn't break it.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason?
Yeah.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me.
I'm not
Before I
calling
wound
you
up
that.
here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians. It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Yeah, I'm not asking why he's still wearing it.
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now, the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways
The
in
river.
every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Why can't I ask what
Very
the
well.
stranger's name was?
Thank you. I'll be...
Yeah. Alright, where is she? I don't remember where she fucking is. Do you look at me? No. The archers never turn to look. That's not the right button. No. This is... No. He was protecting his sisters. I do not blame him at all. Okay, who is the priestess, though? Hi, dude. Do you have anything new to say?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Oh.
Whatever.
Damn. Alright. Where is... I don't know where she is. Fuck. Equitia, where are you? I think that was her name. Yeah. Equitia. Equitia, where are you? I'm lost. I'm so fucking lost. We do have a bunch of stuff to check out. Huh. Obtain a bow. Locking myself in, don't try to follow me. Well, that's nice, girl, but, your patients need you. More arrows. I've already forgotten. The dude who shot us. Oh, fuck. We could probably grab his bow if after he tries to kill us. Oh. Oh. Maybe that would work. Maybe. Yeah, I know. Thank you for your reminder. Oh, I can't go over that. I wanted to go sideways and see if there was anything that way. What's this way? It's probably not where Equitia is. I should go find her. That's not, symbolic or anything. I could probably just go over I'm not gonna try. What's over here? Oh! Find a creative way into the upper cistern. Okay. Equity is probably not over here. What does that say? Ah! Well? You know... Hi.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Hey.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Girl, you are one of the friendliest people
In
here.
this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Okay.
If you like. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh dear.
I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves, and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true?
No.
Are we born with a tendency towards sin? You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. I wish I shared your faith.
Wow, dude, that's Not probably the best question to be asking.
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Oh,
I hope
girl.
it works out. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No.
Oh, shit.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the
Oh, no.
idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
What?
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Not the time, ma'am.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa.
Yeah,
It's of
fuck
his own
that
making,
guy.
After all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Ah, shit. Okay, so we also gotta save him. Fuck. Just gonna save before talking to him in case it didn't go well. But I didn't get the chance to. Fuck. Alright. Where is she?
Salve, friend.
What? Yeah, I'd like to find where Equitia is, please. Fuck. I'm lost. Jesus. Okay, that's the bathroom. Hi, Virgil.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse. Ah, a new face.
Yeah, we've already...
Well, I'm a help, but gladly.
Okay.
And hey, not so. I'm not saying it's impossible. Of course.
Oh, I can't ask him about the graffiti.
Some people say, I
Maybe.
mean, which means one of, and I. Good. The good question. It's best if I say. Nice
Okay.
to talk.
We are gonna figure out your harassment problem, my dude. If you didn't see the last one, he's gay and is being harassed because of it. Yes, I can hear you. Where is... That's the doctor. Where is Aquatia? Was she this way? I don't remember where the fuck she is. No, that's Sentius's place. Was it this way? I think I'm going the wrong fucking direction. I've already been this way. Equitia, I'm lost. Ah. Hi, ma'am. Please don't go into that building.
You have...
Yep.
The man arrived.
Yeah. Not the time, dude.
Thank you.
Don't go in there. Alright, thank you, Fabia. I would like to read them out. Well, I doubt she would have seen that before going inside. We're gonna save. I think the only place we can get a bow
Salve,
is...
Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so. Galerius, what happens when you die?
You're not going to die anytime soon, Dooley.
My mother told me, when you die, a ferryman helps you cross a river, and your spirit lives on in the underworld. Is that true?
Well, yes, but...
Is it true that if you were good, you get to go to Elysium, but if you were bad, you get punished forever and ever in Tartarus?
Something like that, but...
If I die and go to Tartarus, because they say I've been bad.
I'm not going to let that happen to you, Dooley. I promise.
Thank you, Galerius. Thank you.
Now, I have more work to do, but I'll visit you again soon, alright?
Alright, Galerius. See you then.
Hey, dude. You okay? Hi.
Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you? You think you could read it for me?
Dooley, I would die for you.
What does it say? My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me.
Oh, Equitia's the
Except my
priestess.
friend Galerius. And the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
She is.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what. Like Galerius, he's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious. Bye-bye.
Julie, I love you. Hi, Equitia.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed? Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else?
There's more?
There are definitely some common threads there.
Oh, shit.
But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Alright. I love that face.
My. I suppose.
Yeah.
The proper. But
Yeah.
Put simply, I tend to the temples, ensure their sanctity is preserved.
I just remembered I have to go and do something.
Why? So that we continue to honor our gods, invite their blessings, and not bring their wrath down upon us, of course. It's vital that we keep them appeased and remain in their good graces. You know, I'm not entirely sure. Karen, you say? And nothing about that.
Dude. What happens if we
You do? Well, have you spoken with... I really think... I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too. You have? Keep live.
Alright.
Come back to me.
Alright. Okay, so we talked to her. I do want to make him magistrate. Okay, I want to do that, but I also want to find that missing kid. Alright. Oh, where's... Are you the dickhead that... Are you the dickhead? I don't remember what. Yeah, you're the dickhead. Don't like
Hey,
you.
Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Dude. Hey, man.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the
Okay,
Empire.
you don't have
I'm
heterochromia.
Dacius. You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. Alright. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables.
I wish she did.
But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
He chose the cart.
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples a whole
Yes!
the Tiber.
Good for her.
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove.
Just want to
Look
believe what I
around you.
meant.
There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Oh, do I actually have 1,000?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Do I have 1,000? Take it.
Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands. She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Sylphium or not?
I want to see...
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Very well. Another time.
I'm not gonna steal it. I want to check how much money I have. Oh, I do have 1,000. Okay. I think you're a dick.
Back again. Certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it. I'm impressed.
Alright. Alright.
Pleasure doing business.
Very well.
Oh shit. Has that happened yet? Fuck.
What are you doing in here?
Oh
Can't
shit,
you
she's
see she needs
okay.
the resin.
Here.
What? Yulia?
Yes.
Hopefully in a moment she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
This was really funny.
Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad. Well, she used to run the clinic until she said this changed the last time and then she's been gone. But I really wish one of my patients. He's become so irritated. I just know Really?
Hey, ma'am. Are you okay?
Oh, it's you. Sorry,
You
I'm still a
okay?
bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted?
Yeah, why aren't you sitting down?
Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
You should be sitting down.
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's fair.
You mean my life story? Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless, and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river, and then the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here. Thank you, but to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing, given what's happened since.
I think she's gay.
I can tell you, but it's a long story. All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon, it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
Ah.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all.
Fucking.
In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning. That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral.
Man, fuck this dude.
And made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife, Claudia, was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock. I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
The fuck? No!
I brought it on myself.
No, you didn't.
I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met.
Girl.
And tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
You were desperate.
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Can I hug you? Please?
I doubt it. It seems
No.
this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius
Jesus
last
Christ,
night.
girl.
He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelia set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him. I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in
Nope,
time.
I definitely can't.
I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you. All right, but please don't take too long.
He's already dead. Bro, we already discussed this. She does not.
All right. Thank you again for saving my life.
Oh, Jesus, girl. Do you want a hug? Can I please give you a hug? Or something? Oh, God.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yeah, you might
Feeling all right?
want to keep an eye on her. Maybe give her a hug or
Sure.
something.
What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Gladly. That's a shame. Thanks again for...
Jesus. Just keep an eye on her. Give her some hugs. You are new.
Greetings and salutations.
Hi.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now,
I like
do
him.
you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forest. A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
His. We got a woman.
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree? Oh,
sounds good.
There is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best. Anything you like. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one.
She
Instead,
couldn't.
she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands, until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Do what you would do. Do unto others what you would do, have them do to yourself.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
Yeah.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea.
I was
It is
afraid you'd be
ridiculous,
doing
though.
it, dude.
Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
I was afraid you were the one threatening Virgil. I'm very happy you're not. Please don't stare at me. Alright. How? Okay. Hi, ma'am. I have some more threads, I guess.
Harvey again.
Yeah.
And did you... Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier, you met a young woman in the forest named Karen, yes?
If I remember right, we also had a coin, denarii, which is, I think, more unusual because, although, I did pick archaeologist.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
No.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd
was she
better
wearing a
follow me
hoodie?
to the baths. What? And why are you talking to me instead of doing something about it? Please, go and stop him, and come back to me once we're no longer in danger.
She's like, the fuck, dude? Thank you, Equitia. That was... I needed that.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Sure. Hey, dude! You wanna...
Fresh meat, huh?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Malleolus isn't receiving
I
visit.
don't... Fuck.
Her name's Domitius.
Oh, you.
You want to get to
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, whatever.
You want to see me Whatever.
Well, I was gonna be like, hey, there's an assassin dude. You wanna come help me beat him up? Or come do that for me? But whatever. Hey, man.
Citizen?
Yeah, Fuck.
Of course. What is it?
Well, I mean, there is the assassin.
Yes?
It...
What? An assassin? What are you talking about? Then what are you doing here talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go. Quickly. As magistrate, I hereby declare him. I don't believe so, no. So now you're an expert on Roman... If ever there was a time to the time for coward. Any
Yeah.
way you can,
Yeah.
despite my weapons ban.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fine. I mean, I'm not going to kill him, but Jesus. This is a fucking mess. I don't know how to deal with the guy.
Isn't the Great Temple majestic?
Yeah, sure. Fuck. I want to try getting the bow. Don't know how we're gonna hide it. Or if we have to. You know, let's see if sending him into in there will cause the golden rule to break. And also if there's any new dialogue. Yeah. Shut up. Don't talk to me.
Stop, right?
Although...
You're right. I am, I suppose. Do you have any last words? As a matter of once I'm done and I can...
The many shall suffer.
Yeah, give me your bow. Give me your bow. Can I take it? No? Fuck. Well, let's see if sending him into that building, why does it say city? Unless it says the cistern and whatever when I eventually go into there. Interesting. I suppose I should also try going in there. Alright, let's try sending him into that building. I'm sure this won't end horribly. Yeah. Shut up, don't talk to me, dude. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm sure this isn't gonna backfire. Hopefully. How did you even get down here? Wait, how did you get down here? Assassin looks busy. He sure does. I feel like this is probably gonna end bad. But... oh well.
Curse you, cultist.
Whoops. Well? Hey man, are you unconscious? Yeah, I'm gonna take that, thank you. One denarii. What? Oh, so he's dead. Okay then. Well... why did I need a bow? Why did I need a bow? Why did I need a bow? Why? Actually, I need to pause and run to the bathroom, and stretch, actually, because I've been sitting for the last 2 hours. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's... where's Equitia now? There it is. We are gonna get Galerius voted in. Actually, I want to make a list of stuff we gotta do instead of just going through my quest lists every time. Okay, we need to get into the palace. That's the same thing. Get Dooley out of prison. Talk to Fabia, who went to her bakery at her bakery. Pandora's box. Okay, so we still gotta talk to Equitia. We also gotta find out how much money we need to free Ulpius and... oh fuck, I've already forgotten her name. Yulia. Find out how much money to free Ulpius and Yulia. Get Galerius elected. Alright, wait. Oh no, that's the common thread. Alright, wait a second. There was... okay, we can save Ulpius. Yes, I was looking for this one. Matchmaker. Help Galerius romance Equitia. Which I think is cute. Alright, where is she? Although we don't know that, he presumably has a crush on her. Hi, ma'am. Oh, wait. Aren't priestesses of Vesta / Hestia not allowed to have relationships? Or am I thinking of something else? Hi, ma'am.
I take it you've cleared the way to the baths? Follow me.
If...
don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Don't like that they fucking look at me. Is he still over here? Yeah, his body's still over here. Okay. Cool. Okay, he. Who is he? I'm assuming whichever god is the one doing this. Fucking hell. Okay, so these statues do move. Wait. We've been in here before. We've been in here before. Midas? Wasn't it Zeus who did the Midas touch, or was it somebody else? I don't remember which god that was. Yeah. This is where we fell. Alright. That's where we fell in. That's very pretty. Hi, ma'am.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Well, shit. Also, we got an achievement. Presumably a hidden one. Bloodless Shadow. Learn the true identity of the stranger by the river. Fuck.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
The achievement we just got is Underworld Explorer. Discover underworld icons Sisyphus, Tantalus, Ixion, Zion, and the Belid.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
I don't know if it's just the way the camera's moving or maybe her model actually is moving, but it looks like she's occasionally like bouncing on the heels of her feet. On her heels a bit. Every so often. Which I feel like would be a nice nervous tick for her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato,
Although we're playing an
Homer,
archaeologist.
Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead, meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd helped the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks. To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again. Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not. No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you. Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity.
But why?
We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Well, Sentius is summoning us here with a ritual to Proserpina, but we're also hearing the statues talk to us.
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I mean, that makes sense. Names have power.
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
I will not do that, ma'am.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage. If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
Well...
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
Girl!
Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say? Fascinating. Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection.
Fair enough.
Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
No.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth. Shh. everyone's so blunt where you're from. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
You know? I kind of want to see what she says.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it.
No, I haven't been up there.
Noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Alright. Sorry if I'm not talking as much. I'm very invested and
good question. To answer
drawn
that,
in.
we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten, and there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them...
That's okay, I've already found one.
But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Yeah, I already met one.
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Why is it telling me to ask Dooley? And with this one, it said to ask Malleolus. Oh, fuck. Malleolus is Quintus, isn't he? God damn it.
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so...
Yeah, I don't want to talk to her.
You could talk to her. Or just take a look in his room.
I don't want to talk to her. I really don't want to talk to her.
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one. But perhaps the goddess will help guide you to it when the time is right. Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone. In any case, time
Yeah,
is
I'll
of
go
the
talk to her
essence,
first.
so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
I think having both would be great, actually. I would certainly not complain about, you know, the goddess of fortune helping. This is a very nice bath, though. I like it. It's pretty. But why do this? Wait against the current. See, that just makes me want to reread Sabriel. And I will explain my thinking for that. If you've ever read Sabriel, it's about necromancy. It's by Garth Nix. Highly recommend the series. Death is a physical place that necromancers can actually enter in the Aporson trilogy. And it's split up into gates. I think 9 gates and 9 sectors. Each of them have a different, like, gimmick. The first one, before the first gate, so, like, I guess floor 0, even though it's all in a straight line, is a river. And that just makes me think of Sabriel. I love the series. It's great. I very much recommend it. Alright, Livia. Girl, do you want a hug? Legitimately, do you want a hug? I was just gonna jump down, and that's, not what I should do. Oh, that's the torch. Fuck, I should reread Sabriel. The last book that came out for it that I know of,
You there? I'm sorry to trouble
Nope.
you. I couldn't help. No idea how you managed to get your head. And before you ask, but
No.
you're not interested in them.
Do it. God damn it, girl.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Esau, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, use your imagination, golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
Sounds grossly unethical. It does.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Then again... Oh shit, I don't know how to make the loop start over now that the assassin's dead. Wait. Wait. 1 second. I saw an achievement. Steal 2,000 coins after the golden rule's broken. So I think stealing might trigger the rule to break, which would suck. But I wouldn't have to deal with this guy. But also I don't think I'd have the bow anymore.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Which one? Which story?
Good. Then none of this should be a surprise to you. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods, no. If you tried that, we'll be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Oh god, I really don't want to do this.
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
It's very different.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
I really don't like this guy.
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
I don't have confidence in you.
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal. So, are you in, partner?
I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner. Fuck. One second. I want to see if there's a guide. Because I don't really want to do that. Oh, shit. Well. Whatever. I don't care. Hi, ma'am.
The 49 melodies fetch again, just as the... but...
Yep.
Say it. Then it is true. I was right.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seemed cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it? I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, Some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Do you want a hug? Oh. I didn't know that that was Quintus. I am getting kind of tired, so I kind of actually want to call it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. Was not expecting them all to be dead. That was, very surprising. Okay, well, this will go up onto the VOD's channel by Monday, which is right there. More of this on next Saturday. It is Saturday, right? Yeah. And on Wednesday will be a game called Anomaly Loop, which is another loop game. That you can apparently beat in less than 5 minutes. According to an achievement. Will not be trying that. Anyways, I'm very excited about this game. It's a blast so far. Hope y'all had fun, and I will